For your health tonight, with COVID cases on the decline here in the Bay Area recently, many people are wondering when the latest mask mandate in the Bay Area will end. Of course, you remember, dating back to when almost everyone who wanted to could get vaccinated, about May of 2021. A lot of things were loosened up. Then we had Delta, and then about Thanksgiving, Omicron presented itself and everything changed.
Indeed it did. UCSF infectious disease specialist Dr. Monica Gandhi thinks that it could be soon, especially, since the UK just lifted the mask rules. Good evening, doctor. Time to ditch the mask, a little early, right? But we can see.
So we're just coming down. So it's going to take 3 or 4 weeks to come down. And then around February 15th is when Gavin Newsom has said he'll lift the indoor mask mandate statewide. I would imagine that if the cases are down, the city would do the same thing and probably follow the state. And the reason is that after this, and yesterday Grant Colfax indicated this, our director of public health, we're going to treat it what's called like an endemic virus, which means we have vaccines, we have treatments, but we can't probably stop every case. That just isn't possible. But we can really put restrictions on the population based on hospitalizations. And by that time, they'll be back down.
You've recently called for schools to do away with mask requirements once Omicron subsides, and depending on who you listen to, that could be in a couple weeks, a few weeks, what have you. Are you standing by that position, and do you think schools will actually do that in California?
Well, it would be really strange, though not unprecedented, if the masks are lifted for adults and not for children, because children are actually much less at risk for severe disease, and they've had the ability to be vaccinated since November 4th. So I think it's going to be masks optional, and I hope it is for both adults and children. It would be, of course, that you can wear a mask, and in fact, there's some really good masks to wear inside if you want to reduce any exposure, but we can't lift them for adults and not for children. We could, but I think it would be highly unusual since this is a infection that it causes so much less severe disease in children.
We have a state senator who's introducing a bill to make it possible for young people to get vaccinated without getting permission from their parents. How do you feel about that?
I actually really support the child vaccines. The one thing is, and I've written papers about that, I think the thing is that it is still under what's called an emergency use authorization. And I think without parental permission until it's approved, I don't think parents should not be involved in that decision. So I don't actually agree with this law that he's trying to pass.
I think the law would be, once it is fully approved, then you would allow people 12 and older to kind of go their own way. They do that with HPV, as you know, and some others. So
I think when it's fully approved, that's fine. I really do. Yeah. I think children can have, anyone who's 12 or older can probably make that decision.
Fair enough.
Sounds like it's a year down the road as well.
What about immunity, especially when it comes to Omicron? It seems like Delta is a thing of the past now, and we will be living with Omicron until maybe the next variant comes along, but we have to live with Omicron for now. What is the latest data on immunity after you get the booster and immunity after you are infected with a strain of COVID?
Yeah, it's a great question, because what happens, so right now there's an estimate that 50% of people around the world have been exposed to Omicron. That was from the University of College London. I don't know if it's that much, but Europe has estimated the same thing. And if that's true in the United States, if you've seen the virus, you get really good immunity, actually. There was that showed that you get broad neutralizing antibodies, T cells, across the entire virus. So even if another variant comes along in the future and it has some changes here in the spike protein, you've seen immunity across the whole virus. So getting Omicron is like as good as getting a booster, probably better. Not that I'm encouraging people to get infected, but a lot of people did. And then in terms of the booster, it didn't eliminate all Omicron infections. Of course, there are a lot of people that got vaccinated, boosted, and they'd have a mild infection, but it was still important to try to bring down transmission and also to try to decrease severe disease in those who are more susceptible to severe disease. So between the booster, this many people saying Omicron, I think the level of population immunity is why everyone keeps on saying we're going to go endemic. And what does endemic mean? It just means the level of immunity is so high in the population that we have immunity against any variant that comes our way. And we may still get infected, but the severe disease should be protected against.
Yeah, I read on Twitter that you were saying that, science has defanged COVID-19.
Exactly right.
So it's just,
yeah, exactly right. That's what the vaccines did, and that's what immunity did. And then you go and live with it like another coronavirus.
I was just, if you could clarify this a bit, because there is a discussion about, the antibodies that you get once you've been exposed to COVID-19, and then the immunity with the T cells and all the extra stuff that you get with the vaccine. So does the vaccine also just sort of bolsters the body's ability to fight this thing?
Yes, it's a great question. And what it is that we kind of have just think of it as three big arms of the immune system. There's antibodies, which do come down with time because you can't keep all those antibodies in your system. Then there are T cells, which protect you against severe disease. And then there are B cells, which will be the recipe book to make more antibodies, aided by the T cells, if you ever see the virus again in the future. And even the 2-dose vaccines protected us from severe disease pretty well, except if we were older. And so B cells and T cells were there, but antibodies will be boosted by the booster, but they're gonna come down with time. So in 10 weeks, the UK study showed your antibodies are gonna come right back down. But luckily your T cells and B cells are there to protect you. Those are generated by both the vaccine and natural immunity. So either way you go, you're going to get immunity against the virus.
All right. Dr. Monica Gandhi, appreciate the nuance, and thanks for coming on and sharing your expertise. Monica Gandhi, a UCSF infectious disease specialist. Have a good night.
Thanks for explaining things to us.